Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Drew from Realistic Co. Coming back. I know we haven't posted in over a month because we were supposed to post tomorrow, which is January 29th, my dad's birthday. Um, we haven't posted since Christmas. Um, and, we got to come back out here and definitely do some stuff and some little challenges and stuff that my dad was talking about. And we had a whole month off, and to tell you the truth, because we got to be real with y'all, is that it wasn't to take off. It wasn't easy. It wasn't something that we wanted to do. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and I don't know if the kids can come on here with me. I don't know. I told my wife. She said it's too hard. She'll be crying the whole time. And I don't know. I mean, even if I do, oh well, it's gonna happen. Um, but I know if you look back a couple videos back before the New Year's Eve one where we did games, my dad was feeling sick, and I told y'all that I was gonna go take him medicine, and I did. He was sick for a week at work and a week at home, 3 weeks in the hospital. He did get COVID, and he passed away January 7th. Hardest thing ever, 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 ever in my life. Um, I've never had that much pain, come to my heart. I felt like my insides were crushing. I mean, literally, I could feel my body on the inside. It felt terrible, you know. And the reason we did that was because when I told y'all that I was gonna take him his medicine, um, I think 2 days later, 3 days later, we took him to go get tested, and he had COVID. So, he went through the pain, and he got a blood clot in his lung and moved over to his heart. Um, and he coded, and they brought him back to life, but he coded right away after that. Um, and they couldn't bring him back to life. I mean, he's not here anymore. You know what I mean? That hurts. But um, we waited when he got sick, and I told y'all we were going over there. When we were doing the last video on New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve. I'm sorry. Um, he was in the hospital still. So we were just hanging out with the kids in quarantine. That's why it says quarantine Christmas. We couldn't go nowhere, and because we were around him, we didn't want to have it or something like that and spread it. We told him that we would wait for him to get out. We still have the Christmas tree up. We haven't had Christmas. The presents are still under there for the whole family. And he said, when I get out, he goes, I just want to let you know when I get out, I'll jump on YouTube with y'all and let everybody know how serious this is, how serious to take care of each other, um, how much it hurts, of course. He had a couple of things that he did want to say. He said, man, I'm going to tell people what I experienced in there. He was actually going to tell us, what he was telling God and experiencing in there, but we never got to hear it. So I don't know. And that part I can't explain to you, but I do know that he was going to come out, jump on the channel, of course, with us and the rest of the family. And I mean, we got a ton of family that'll be on here this year. Um, he asked me he said, continue to do your challenges, continue to love on the people, continue to um, share everything with everybody else. Um, the church family, your real family, your blood family, your in-laws, your brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, everybody. He said, man, all your cousins, just anybody that wants to get on there, and they want to be on the challenge or something, just do it. I mean, they're giving it away. You're giving stuff away, yes, but there's times where we do hit up downtown San Antonio. He said, he knows the fact that the family at my household has gone downtown San Antonio, giving out to the needy, and to the homeless, and to people in the streets that we have we've talked to, we've got great relationships with even the homeless people downtown. They're really, we just make sure every time we go, we let them know, they're not forgotten, and that's for sure. That stands, that sticks. Like, that's something that Christ put in the ministry that we had at our church. And but he said, hey, when you go out there, when you go back in 2021, he goes, when I come out, I'll explain to everybody, about COVID and how it felt, and how what he was going through. And he said to continue to, really protect yourself, wear the mask, wash your hands, use sanitizer. But really, and some people will say like, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I won't get it. But my dad was saying, and he even said that. He goes, man, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, man. It hurts. Like, it hurts my chest, and it feels like it's caving in, stuff like that. And, I talked to my mom later, and she would say, like, even when she would talk to him, he would say, man, it's going to be hard. Like, even if I make it out, it's going to be hard to make it out. So he knew that. He knew that that fight was going to, he knew that fight was going to last longer than the hospital, because it damaged, they said his lungs were damaged. It's crazy though, because he didn't have nothing wrong with him. I mean, they did blood work and said that there was nothing wrong other than the blood clot, and they were trying to give him medicine to, make it come out or disappear, whatever it is. I mean, however they do it. But and so when he was saying about the protection for us, it's not necessarily, somebody could say, hey, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. And even if I do, I'm strong enough. And, and definitely 100%, we definitely hope that everybody is strong enough, and we all make it through. And, but what happens if I get it and I make it through, but I give it to somebody else, like, and they don't make it through? So that's the thing. It's really for others, to protect others. And so, we're not saying nobody's strong enough to make it, and hopefully you do. But, and, he was going to come out and say all that, and then say what was coming up this year. Like, he was going to be around. We're going to do a 3-point contest on basketball. Some of the challenges, just certain things. You're going to get a gym, and stuff like that, to just do it legit, and, hang out with kids, and, youngsters that, want to shoot, and then, and then bless them, that win a gift card or some cash or something. So he was going to say that because he loved basketball, and then maybe even some football. He was talking about somehow to do some sort of football, even if it's flag football, because we're too old. Our bones will break nowadays. I'm 41 years old. I can't move like that. But what I can do is say that, I mean, that expression that always says, like, you're not guaranteed tomorrow, is true. Because I was waiting for that tomorrow to come. I was waiting for him to come home, and he didn't. And I swear to you, every single person in my family was like, he doesn't have nothing wrong with him. This dude's coming home. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way that he's going to be gone. So, and it happened. He went, and, God needed him more than we did. And here at the shop, of course, you see all these keys in the background. And there's some in the back too. There's too many, man, to count. But, I've been working with my dad as a kid, my grandfather, my dad. This place has been here since 1957. So we're out here in San Antonio. It's in a community called Alamo Heights. And even the people here, man, I'm going to come on tomorrow, and I'll continue this vlog. Tomorrow's his birthday. Tomorrow is January 29th. And that is my dad's birthday. He would have been 65 years old. So, he passed away at 64. But even the community, they keep stopping by. They keep saying, hey, we're going to miss your dad. They take cards, and say, can we have his business card for memory? I mean, they do all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's just, I didn't even know. I mean, we used to joke around with him, and he knew so many people here and in the area, and he used to always be like, hey, man, these guys are my friends. You know, I got to take care of them. And he wouldn't charge people. Like, the older ladies would come, you know, older men, older couples, and I would be like, what are you doing? And he says, well, they have a lock, a key stuck in the lock. So he would go over there, fix it, because we have a locksmith shop, and he'll go over there, fix it, and um, and I would say, what happened? You know, did you charge him or just the service call? He would say, oh no, I didn't charge him. I was like, what? Like, this is this is a business. You know, you can't just be giving free stuff away. And he says, yeah. And he was like, no. He was like, I know. He goes, we have business. And he was like, and when you have the opportunity to take care of somebody else, you need to take care of somebody else. You know, so he really instilled that into the company, you know, for years and years and years. And so, you know, it's been crazy. It's been overwhelming, like how these people. So now they show up, you know. Now they've been showing up and saying, hey, you know, we're gonna miss your dad and la la la. And they put it on. Somebody told this neighbor, and the lady was asking if she could put it on the neighborhood app or something. I said, nah, that's fine. I mean, I said I don't mind. It's, you know, it's whatever y'all want, you know. But and then they were here, you know. They were sending cards to the house, to my mom, to the shop, to, you know, everywhere, and so it was a big thing, man. I really didn't know. We used to joke around because my dad would say, hey, you know, I'm gonna have, when I leave, you know, people are gonna remember as long as I take care of them. You know, I'll take care of these people because when I leave, they'll know, like, they'll know that I did good for them. Like, I did what I could. And sure enough, man, sure enough, that happened. You know, and I'm sorry if this little vlog today takes a little longer, you know, but I'm just telling y'all the truth, and I'm just updating y'all of what just happened over this month that we took off, or like a month and 5 days or something like that. But hardest thing ever, man. I mean, hardest thing ever. He had said, you know, just to make sure that y'all forgive everybody, and you don't hold a grudge, and you don't hold on to the little stuff, and to you know, he even said, like, you know, ask God to forgive you for anybody you've ever hurt, guy or girl, or whatever it is, you know. I mean, family or friends or whoever it was, you know. Just he just said it was, you know, none of the stuff was worth it. You know what I mean? None of the stuff is worth to hold on to and stuff like that. So, you know, so that's definitely why we're coming here today, to update you. Tomorrow, we will go. We had my dad. He passed away on the 7th. He got cremated on the 24th because it's so behind. They took forever to cremate him, and he had to just get in line. And I got him back on the 26th, and we were doing all this to make it happen. And we're gonna put him to rest on his birthday. You know what I mean? On the 29th, he wanted his ashes in a niche inside in the AC because he said he worked outside his whole life and he didn't want to be in the heat, so he wanted to be in the AC. So we're gonna make that happen tomorrow on his birthday. And I will come back tomorrow and I'll show you. I just want to come out with the list and tell everybody thank you, thank you, thank you. And if for some reason I missed your name, which I shouldn't, if I have a list of the names, but, because somewhere down the line, somebody gave through a Cash App of my daughter, stuff like that. We still want to say thank you. And we definitely wanted to let you know, everything but like $500 was done by y'all. We also, I'll thank them right now. Joel and Erica, they were bringing food and brownies. I don't remember if I shared them because I love brownies. So I don't remember if I shared with everybody else. I even asked my wife, "You remember those brownies?" She said no. So I think I actually hid them from her on accident. Because she looked weird when I asked her yesterday. So anyways, we want to thank Joel and Erica for bringing us food constantly. my nephews and everybody were munching out, and the whole family and my mom, and she was blown away. All the snacks and everything that she had, and brownies and pot pie and pizza and all kinds of stuff everybody brought. What happened was my brother-in-law called me and said, hey, or he called me and my wife and said, hey, we're gonna have a plate sale. Just spread the word, and we're gonna give towards Popo Andy. That's my dad's name is Andres, but everybody called him Andy. He's the grandpa. His grandkids call him Popo, so everybody in the world knows him as Popo Andy. And so, anyways, my brother-in-law calls me and he says, "Hey, we're gonna throw a plate sale." Of course, I went at night, to tell him thank you, because I was actually praying, and I was praying that what will my dad do, and my dad would actually go over there and tell him thank you personally. So I didn't think a text would do the job. I mean, these guys came through. Eva was there, and Robert, and John, Ruby, and Adam, Jen, all his kids. I mean, from oldest to youngest, little Eli. You know what I'm saying? Eli's always on here, guys. Y'all know Eli, little Eli Cordova, and he'll be back on here with his parents and his aunts and uncles and everybody. So we'll get them all back on here together, and y'all can meet the family as we go in 2021. So he called and he said, "Hey, we're gonna throw something." I said, "No, no, no, man." He said, "Well, we could do a GoFundMe, but it's also cool if we do this, because people get something from it. I get to give them food, or he gets to give them food, and they put all their sweat and tears, and the love that they have for cooking. They put it all in there for y'all, and so he did it. It took care of everything. It was crazy, and I tell you what, like, it was overwhelming, because they got up early and started cooking. It was great. Without them doing it, it wouldn't have happened. We wouldn't even have had the money yet. Um, we would have had to make it happen, or somehow, or do something. So, but either way, they made it happen. They put the GoFundMe, and those people gave. They put the plate sale, and those people gave. Are so important. Y'all made it happen, guys. We love y'all, and I know my dad loves y'all for doing that, because he always said when he left, man, to make sure and take care of my mom, and y'all really did. He asked me to do it, and y'all did it. So it feels great, and it feels, I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. What God definitely put in y'all's heart, it brings joy to mine. So it gets us through. I got plenty of texts from those people, calls, and said, "Hey, we're praying for you. We're praying for you." That right there, y'all did it. Y'all did it. So don't think that because you didn't buy something, you didn't give money, that you weren't involved. You're involved. Like, I was telling my mom that the money took care of my mom. The money took care of my dad. And where he's gonna rest, and exactly where he's resting tomorrow is exactly what he wanted. And where he's finishing out tomorrow, he picked it. It happened. Thanks to y'all guys. He chose it. Everybody helped. Everybody put in their part. But like I said, even if you didn't give $1, I promise those prayers are worth $1,000,000. So the money took care of Dad. The prayers took care of us who are left behind. So without those prayers, we need both. I mean, you need the money to make it happen, but we need the prayers. I mean, it's an ugly feeling, but I tell you what, like, if I didn't know, if I didn't know Jesus, if I didn't know Christ, who says in the Word that I'm guaranteed to see Him again, you know what I mean? Then maybe I would go insane, because I'd be like, dude, this is the last time. I'm never gonna see Him again. Oh my God, I mean, I felt like total crap, when that happened. But I mean, I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on to. I mean, of course, I got to be here, because if not, I feel like my dad will come back and get mad. But I definitely want to tell y'all thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and that we love you. My dad loves you, and I'll be back tomorrow to, um, I'll put a picture of my dad's stuff, where he's gonna go, and keep y'all involved, okay? So we love you, and like we said before, always be yourself, believe in you. This originally came from my dad. He said, always be yourself and believe in you. So, you can, keep on pushing forward. So we're keep on pushing forward. You were supposed to see him on his birthday. but he didn't make it out. But we'll definitely see him again. So, and we'll be out here representing for him and for all of y'all as well. And I'll get back to y'all tomorrow. Okay, guys, love y'all. All right, guys. So today is the next day, like I told y'all, January 29th, 2021. My dad would have been 65 years old here with us, but instead he had to make a trip to heaven and celebrate with his dad, who for 49 years he talked about. We're gonna go lay him to rest, his ashes in the niche that he selected, that he wanted, and we're gonna take y'all with us to the place, and we'll keep y'all updated throughout his birthday, and this day will be for my dad for sure. Whoever's here and is alive, just please show him love. Don't take any moment for granted. Once again, thank y'all. Love y'all. Thank you for all the prayers, for all the giving. I even still have somebody call me earlier that they wanted to give, so I still got to meet up with them to give, towards his stuff, or all the stuff that we have for him. But like I said, my heart hurts like hell. But to tell you the truth, there's a part of me that's happy. For 49 years, he said he missed his dad. I think he said his dad passed away December 14th, 72, and he was a teenager. So from 72 all the way to now, he never, and then my dad's birthday's in January. So when he passed away in December, that following January, he didn't get to celebrate his birthday with him. But today he does. He's reunited, with his dad, his mom, his brother, Tony. Which, man, especially his dad and my uncle Tony, like, those dudes, I heard him talk about them daily, weekly, monthly, every celebration, every holiday. So I just, I'm really, really, really happy for him, and he's in a better place than we have to deal with right now. So, but sooner or later, and even all y'all watching, make sure to share this, like it, give it a thumbs up, and share with people that you love them, and for all the people that are gone, it's gonna hurt, but be happy for them. So I'll keep you updated, and we'll be back.
Hey guys, so it's Hannah here. I was just sitting here editing our video that's supposed to be going up either late today or tomorrow. And I didn't come out in the video at all. We've been off for such a long time. As you guys have seen in the video, we lost my best friend, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought about already quitting YouTube. I lost all motivation to do anything. Obviously death is a part of life, but I had no idea that I was gonna lose my best friend, my Popo, this quick. And I wanted to give up so bad on YouTube, on school, on work. I didn't want to do nothing. I just wanted to live in his house and stay here and remember him, and that's it. Like, I wanted to give up on life. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to move on. But before my Popo passed away, something he always told me was that, Jesus was his best friend, and that the only way that he was able to get through so much in life was to call on God and to call on Jesus and to make him your best friend. And by doing that, Jesus will give you the strength to move on and to push through. And these days have been so hard. Like, my dad has been trying to push me to get into this video and get into this YouTube again, and I'm like, I don't want to. And my dad did such a good job, like, as emotional as it is, he did a good job, getting back up here again and pushing himself and being a part of his shop that he worked with his dad for years with, and now my Popo's not there to work with him, and I'm sure it's one of the hardest things he's going through, and he's still pushing through. And that's something that my Popo has always taught us, is to never give up. And I think about giving up from time to time, and I just think about how disappointed it might make my Popo if I just gave up on everything, and that's not something that I can consider now, because now I know that I just have to push through and get through this for my Popo and make him proud. And once all the things that we get, and all the accomplishments we get, first and foremost, it's all God. But at the end of the day, like, we're out here to make my Popo proud. And I think my dad's coming. Hi, Dad.
What up, Hannah? You finally came on.
Yeah.
What happened? You decided to close it out after all?
Yeah. I was just telling them, like, how much you've been trying to push me to come on, and I didn't want to.
No.
I was trying not to come again. Like, I was just trying to quit YouTube already, and that, like, as much as I want to give up and as much as I don't want to do this anymore, like, I can't even imagine how disappointed Popo would be, because, like,
He wanted to be on there with you.
every day, like, his biggest thing was to get better, to be here, like, to be on this channel. And so, like, my thing is, like, we have to keep this going for my Popo, and we gotta make him proud. Like, no matter how hard this is, like, it's gonna continue to be hard for a long time, but our thing is, like, as long as we focus on who God is and where my Popo's at, like, we'll get through this, like, a hard time. Like, for now, it seems impossible to get through, but, like, my main thing is, I've said it again, and people probably already know me by it, but as long as you keep God in the center of your life, you'll get through anything. And I just said that not too long ago while my Popo was in the hospital, and just because it was my Popo's time to go doesn't mean that I lost my faith. I know where my Popo's at, and I know that, every step of the way, him and God will give us strength to get through this hard time. So I just started it before my dad got here, because I was finally like, you know what, I'm just going to do it for my Popo. Like, giving up is not an option, because through everything my Popo went through, he never gave up. Like, all the way to the end of him being sick in the hospital, and it was his time to go, but he never gave up until the last day that we got to say bye. And we told him, you know what, if you're ready to go, and you're ready to go home with God, then you ask him for that, and we're proud of you. And he stayed strong all the way to the end until he heard our voices, and then that was it, and he never gave up. And so giving up is not an option for me. Like, giving up and just sitting here and doing nothing is not an option, because my Popo never did that.
And sorry if we look all beat up, because we've been crying for days and tired and we're on sleep. But it's to continue to really love and love your parents, your sisters, your brothers, your grandma, grandpa. Just love on them all. So yeah, so just continue to love, be aware, and if this is your first time, subscribe, share, like, let's like this thing a bunch of times and really share it with people, and I want them to share it so they can see that it's real, and number one, that we need to love on each other, because life is really, really short. I really miss them so much, and I'll love them for the rest of my life, and until I see them again. And I really wish, and people who do see this and do share this, I really do. I wish y'all could have been able to. I wish I could have had him on here, man. He's freaking crazy. So I mean, he's funny. So it would have been like a comedy show with that guy. But like we said, you know, we're gonna get everything back in 2021. We'll be back, and like we said, you know, from this day forward, you know, we're doing it for Popo Andy. So we thank y'all, and I'll still come out again, you know, even the next one, and I'll come out and name the people. I haven't got a list because they haven't closed out the GoFundMe. But I'll come out and we'll definitely thank y'all. And if y'all see this, you know we are. Thank you so much, not just for the money, not just for the giving, the prayers, you know. And like I told y'all at the beginning, you know, the money was to let my dad rest, and he's resting now. And the prayers were for us, you know, to push forward and push. Okay, guys. So today is January 30th, so we're gonna close it out right now, and we're gonna try to upload it within the next hour or so to get it to you, or the next 30 minutes.
So don't forget, you guys, to make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
And always don't forget, be yourself and believe in you.
Yes. Peace.